Well, if the economy's so great, how come the market's selling off? A little thing called exhaustion risk combined with a reversal. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith, the Black Quant VTF here at T3 Live at the halftime show. So, what we got here is if you're watching in the morning, we got the run sheeper on here, right? But we go into the highs, right? So here we got an inside day to the upside, but then we go to the highs. So the objective when you have this inside day is to take that out. And you had this out as well, because what that's going to do is form your broadening formation, higher highs and lower lows. So you got that, right? But anytime you go into the highs, anybody who's short has nothing to be short against, for one, and anybody who's buying was buying through here, but then they got to step up, right? Because you're going into new highs, right? And everybody's stopped out on the short side, and I'm to be short against the pivot here, here, here. They're gone, right? Okay, so then it's a matter of whether the buyers step up or not. So right out the chute, we got a pretty nice move, and that's something called a simultaneous break, where almost everything was taking out yesterday's highs or inside days to the upside. So then what will occur is, as you go into exhaustion risk, then the futures mellow out, and then you can see where the natural buyers and sellers really want to go, right? And so that's what we're doing right now. So, do we have any evidence that that was going to reverse? We do. Here. Right here. Strong opening, and that's your powerful break through this range here, your simultaneous break, and then it's a matter of whether everybody's going to step up or not. Right here, 2 up, 2-2 reversal on the 60 right now. Here, that was below 309.60, so if you're going to fade, that's how you do it. And if you look at the diamonds, here you got the 2 up, 2 back down, QQQ. There you go. And QQQ a little stronger here, so it went 2 down, but didn't really fall apart. So that's giving a little clue that we got some more tech strength or stuff in the NASDAQ. So one of the things we do is we go through the sectors, and if you go to IBB, you're going to see this. Daily. Outside bar, inside bar, boom, to the hash, right? And so you take care of business on all these guys yesterday or 2 days ago. Then you go inside, and now we're trying to break back towards the highs because we've got this on the monthly, like a lot of things, outside month to the upside. For the IBB, that's good. And the weekly, taking the Momo Hammer. So that gives us some good evidence that we might want to be in there. We've had Regeneron, still going after some really powerful stuff last month. And here you go, short-term exhaustion risk, but still going into the highs. So you can always keep an eye on that. And if you go down to a 15, you'll see this here. Inside, tick down, rev strat into the highs right now, 348.52. Boom, right there, right out the chute. And if you go to the 30, here, you'll see it's inside 30 up to the upside of our 348.67. So you had the rev strat 15 or trigger the 30. Is that what we do? Combinations? You bet it is. EW. Just sold off with the rest of the gang, with some of the gang here. But in the bio, we just want to see who's strong and who's an inside day to the upside, and we'll see if that resets up. Because right now it sets up the short-term reversal here off of this on a 2-2 back down. We'll see if we can get that back long. GBT, and now see how that mellows out with the futures. Had a nice inside day trying to come back through the previous range as what we like. Get your 30, and now we'll see. 30 comes back, and we'll see if that can tick these guys out and go back inside 30. Trying to see how far these futures are coming in. Like I said, the NASDAQ showing us the most strength, and that's how you can use the broader averages against each other to see where you want to be. Regeneron goes to the highs. Thank you very much. VRTX also in the bio, and you can see how that held while the other things are trying to come in. So you're 60 here, still 2 up. All right, so that means you can try and dig around here and see if you can get this. Be 222 back up over the 15 over 204.66 if we can get that right away. Like I said, Regeneron going with the highs right now. McKesson here, and McKesson, those things. Oops, give me a weekly. I said weekly. There we go. Inside week to the upside. So 2-1-2 reversal back up on the week over 142.68. Maybe that'll make it in the Wheels in Motion show, which I record 1 hour after the close today. Be sure to tune in for that on our YouTube. So we'll see if McKesson's got any more in the tank. And you can see here, 2 up, 2 down, and boom, right here. Above 144.55 and see if that can keep going. We'll see if we can get any other ways in there. Jazz Pharmaceuticals, probably another good candidate for tonight. Jazz Pharm, do we know about this? We did. Here. The inside month, then the down, rev strat month. 1, 2, boom. 2-2 reversal after a 1 is a rev strat over 130.25. That's good for the month. And then if you go to the day, you're going to see this here. Still going 2 on that, so we'll see if that sets up as well. So far so good. So here 2 up, 2 down. So if you can get this thing to break above 133.22 here, it's a few more cents would get my attention. ARWR going to new highs. This thing's just ripping here. So exhaustion risk, but not coming in a tool. Sometimes you got to go down to a 5-minute right there. Get in like that. You see this? Boom, boom, right here. If we go to TWLO doing this. Now starting to mellow out a little bit. But trying to come up through here, which it does. So every time you have previous range, anytime you take this out, right, you get potential broadening formation because this would be an outside bar of all that. And that high is 99.78. Didn't quite take it out yet, so we'll see if we do that. Also, here on the weekly, this is another thing you look for, the outside bar. The 2 down and the 2 back up over 96.75 because this is your broadening formation. Then you got another one here because of an outside bar. So potentially some nice magnitude on that. If we go to INTU, and INTU on the weekly was back up there. You fell down on me. Weekly, trying to come through here. Rev strat, we'll see. And let's see if we got anything on there. That's coming in a little bit. We'll see. VRS, all right, goes up, gets caught up in the 60, but we'll see some of these early runners, what they wanted to do. You've got Tyson the Chickens. Tyson the Chickens. And once again, you can compare the 60s and see who stays strong and who stays weak when the market comes in like that. And if you go to a 30, here's your inside 30 right here. So you can get inside 30. And if you get stopped out in here, if it goes up and comes down, inside, outside, inside. So what that means is you have your stalemate right here. Then strong enough and weak enough to take out both sides. That means the participants are active in there. Then they come back and meet again and say, all right, you really want to sell this thing? No, we don't. Buyers overpower, inside to the upside over 87.17. Straight out of the course, I'll have you know. And that also tells you maybe I want to look around the chickens. If I look around the chickens, I'm going to see SAFM going inside weak to the upside on the momentum hammer over 159.42. And we'll see if that sets up again here. Now you got an inside 60, see if they want to take it out through 161.62. AMD had a nice little morning. Let's see how you're doing. AMD now inside on the 60. Nothing too serious, but it was going a little bit. Life of Pi, PI. Here, having a nice day there. And you can see this. 2 down, 2-2 reversal back up here over 34.49 POW. It's also looking on the monthly. See this, the 2-2 reversal month back over 33.45. So not bad. We'll see how much more that's got in the tank. Go to the 30, maybe an inside 30 here after this one here. OLED had a nice little move this morning. OLED, and now we'll see how that's going to play out here on 30. Anything in here? 60, okay, so 60 pokes down. So if you got some acreage up in here, but it would be Rev Strat 60 the upside over 206.21. You just want to be careful when you get caught in this big bar like this, right? Oftentimes that was it. The buyers are gone and they did what they're going to do. So we'll see. All right, what's the market doing here on the flip? Okay, we'll see. We've got VMW still skirting the highs here, and that's momentum hammer. So once it takes this out, 168.77 right here, it's got to stay up. But sometimes that can be a powerful move because anybody got jammed in here short and they didn't cover in here, and the buyer then steps up and you get guys covering at the same time. That's what causes that kind of stuff, and sometimes that can be a pretty good move. APDN, shenanigan guy. Boom, there you go. And so this thing, little ridiculous, but here is how you get in on it. You see this? Most people would never touch something that's up from 5 to 14. Here's how you get in. 2 up, 2 down, 2-1-2 reversal off the 15er right here over 1180, and off she goes, right? So we'll see if anything comes of that. And WIX here, just an inside month to the upside, and we'll see if there's anything comes of that. No 30 just yet. And the downside, you had the home builders DHI getting pummeled here. Now we'll see if they're fighting back a little bit. For right now, if you can retake this to the downside to get my attention below 52.71. Toll Brothers having some issues here, already an outside day, so we'll see if anything comes of that. Let's see what else. CHRW and the truckers. Ah, right. This thing's having all sorts of trouble here, and you can see that 30 right there. And so one of the things you look for here is triangle the out. So you get strong move down. Now, how do you short something? I'm not going to short it in the hole. Nope. Right here. See that? 2-2 reversal back down on the daily. Below 78.36 and still going. Now we're going to look to see if we can take all these guys out. Why not? Okay, nice 15er in there, and there you go. Inside 15 to the downside right now, below 75.91. EXPE still having some issues, yeah. And EXPE now mellowing out a little bit. Trying to take all these guys out. So when you take this out, the magnitude is just to take this out, and then you'll see if it resets up. Now it's trying to go. Let's see. You got anything on the 30s just yet? Nah. Well, if we can take this out, if you go back down here below that, will get my attention. 96.36. You've got LRCX. LRCX starting to come back up now, so we'll see. But it was red and potential outside day here if they continue to bring this market in. Looks to me like we might get ourselves some inside 60s after that pullback. So when you SPY, exhaustion risk is not also all just going into the highs. This here is exhaustion risk of the downside move. Why? Because now that you have a new 60 and you see how this is green and the daily's still green and the weekly's still green and the monthly still green, you're back into full time frame counting to the upside. You see the difference? Right there. Right? So that's something you'd want to know about because that's exhaustion. Then you got your 2-2 reversal, not strong enough to change the daily opening, and then you got a new 60 opening. So that's how you keep and monitor that. If we go to match.com, how you doing, Matchy? Okay, Match fighting back. Just keeping an eye on this below here in the inside month below 69.93, so it's there. So JCOM this morning, a little gapper downer. How you doing, JCOM Puker? Okay, we'll see if you reset up again. There's your sideways 60. So you can see these two bars would be an inside 60, depending on when that chart updated. But when this chart updated, it's not, and that's how you use your mind to analyze data instead of read a chart. TMUS from yesterday, still having some issues there. And once again, if you learn nothing from me, learn how they triangle the ouch. 2-2 reversal 60 back in the direction of full time frame continuity. That's that way, you see. Okay, ATVI. Not totally getting pummeled, but whenever you have a big spike move to the upside, anybody taking out yesterday's lows is going to get my attention. Looking for groups. S back and the towers started a little rough. We'll see. Inside day down, not getting killed. And that just always alerts you to look at CCI, which is also trying to go inside day and down in America Tower. The utilities XLU. Not doing much on the day, but presently inside month and down. So you can watch a basket of those to see the ones that are continuing. I believe AEP. A little bit. We got Peggy. Peggy having some problems in ED. Not the end of the world, but it is what it is. So, also a little bit of weakness. F5 was underperforming here on the daily and trying to take out yesterday's lows, and that's always something I'm going to want to pay attention to if it gets a 2-2 back down on here. All right, now the market getting heavier again. So watching the direction from that 60 to see if they can continue those selling. If the 60s can stay red. You got Dollar Tree doing this. Taking out yesterday's lows. That's an inside week to the downside, isn't it? It is. It's also a 2-2 reversal on the downside monthly. Target doing this here. Inside day to the downside, so a little bit of weakness there. Costco, to a certain extent, was a little weak there too. And the retail, not too bad. And EPC. This thing having some problems. Let's see if that resets up, and there you go, right there off the 30. Boom. And right now, just collapsing after the inside 60 there. UGI here gets hit and sitting at the lows. We'll see if anything comes of that. And let me see. I think we can leave it at that right now. We're trying to see if the 60 maintains here. Or what goes on. You see it's a new battle right here. ARWR goes to the highs. As always, if you're seeing stuff that I'm not, it's probably because there's a lot of stuff going on and I've only got so much time. But put it into the comments section. We'll take a look. And if you want to come join us, click the link there and come see me. And of course, the Wheels in Motion show recorded 1 hour after the close today. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith in the Black Quant ETF here at T3 Live with a halftime shoe.